Om Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to another Yoga Small Talk, and we continue with 7 minutes Bhagavad Gita a day. We are continuing the teachings from chapter 3, and we discussed the ideal society, the ideal leader, and now Lord Krishna is summarizing the teachings and taking us to the next stage. So let us read verse 26. Let no wise man unsettle the mind of ignorant people who are attached to action. He should engage them in all actions, himself fulfilling them with devotion. Lord Krishna here is talking to the teacher, but also to the disciple. He's telling the teacher how to teach, but telling the disciple also how to understand what the teacher is doing. So let's go back a little bit to understand the context. Again, it's very, very important to remember this is a dialogue. Lord Krishna is now answering Arjuna's question. In chapter 2, Lord Krishna was talking very, very highly about Jnana Yoga. So now Arjuna is asking, so why are you asking me to act? You're talking so much about wisdom, about inaction. So why are you telling me go to war, fight? Why do I need to do this? Tell me decisively that which will make me happy. If Jnana Yoga is the best way, why won't I follow that? Why would I go to fight? And Lord Krishna was explaining to Arjuna that before a person really can be actionless, and again it is explained what it is, such person needs to purify, and such person needs to follow their dharma. And Arjuna's dharma as a warrior is to fight, and therefore he's telling him, go and fight. But do it in a way that will be most beneficial for you and for everybody else. Do it as karma yoga. Selflessly. Serve. Do it as service without attachment. Understanding the bigger context in which this action is performed. And now Lord Krishna is giving us a little warning. You see, people who are attached to action, if we will persuade them that action is not good, they will just stop acting. What does it mean, attached to action? They think that through action they can get benefits that they do not already have. For instance, and the highest, through action they can get happiness. They can get satisfaction. So happiness is again and again coming up. So those people think that action will bring them happiness. So they are very attached to this action. And Lord Krishna is telling the teacher, wait a minute, if you will tell these people that nothing that they do can bring them the real happiness that can only be found in the depth of one heart, when one realizes the self, those people will just stop acting. And they will not become jnanis, they will not become wise, they will become lethargic. Not only will they not be doing the dharma, they will not be doing anything. So not only will they not be progressing in life, spiritually, in any manner, they will be degenerating. So let no wise man confuse the minds of ignorant people with talks about inaction. Don't tell them you are not this body, you are not this mind, nothing matters, before they can understand what it really means. Because they will just become lethargic. They will feel useless. And this will be completely counterproductive. But still, we don't just want the teacher to tell us, okay, go back to what you were doing. We want the teacher to show us the way to get more from our action. So he says, let him engage them in all action. So first keep them busy. As they say, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. Keep them busy, don't let them get lethargic. But himself fulfilling them with devotion. guide them guide them to this supreme love that is within their heart. Guide them. And this is the secret of the teacher. He's not pulling us out and telling us, you ignorant people, you should be sitting for meditation all day long. Why are you going chasing this, chasing that? Because we don't have the ability to sit for meditation all day long. We will just become lethargic. So we need to engage, and also we need to be hopeful, because if we really are convinced that our actions are useless before we have something else, this is what is defined as depression, Everything is hopeless. We will get depressed. Not as a joke, as a real thing. If we stop thinking that we can make our situation better before we understood the full context of the yoga of wisdom, which is a big item to understand, we will become depressed. So Lord Krishna is putting it very clearly, this should be avoided. And Swami Shivananda is telling us, an ignorant man says to himself, I shall do this action and thereby enjoy its fruit. So we want benefits. A wise man should not unsettle his belief, should not let him get depressed that he's useless. On the contrary, he himself should set an example by performing his duties diligently but without attachment. This is what we spoke about before, how to be a true leader. The wise man should also persuade the ignorant never to neglect their duties. Without dharma, there is nothing. There is no possibility to attain any well-being in life. There is no possibility to attain wellness hereafter. Persuade them to do their duty. If need be, he should place before them in vivid colors the happiness they would enjoy here and in after by discharging their duties. Encourage them. When their hearts get purified in course of time, the wise man could sow the seeds of karma yoga. Selfless service without desire in them. Gradually and gently. And we will look a little bit more into this verse in the next talk. It is a very beautiful verse. So please join us. Om Shanti.